What's up, everybody? It's Chew Flocka back at it again with another Madden YouTube video. Today we are going to be doing the top 10 running backs in my opinion inside of Madden 21. This one is a lot harder than quarterback because there is not a running back that has single-handedly dominated the game like past Maddens. Like last year, everyone remembers Eric Dickerson. There were plenty of other cards in the past that dominated. But this year, you see a variety of running backs. Everyone kind of uses somebody else. There's a lot of theme teams this year. There's a lot more just diversity inside of the running backs. But anyways, let's go into the top 10. And I've played with every single one of these guys. And I'll show you how I feel about them and why I put them there. Okay, so at number 10, there's not really anyone to throw. Many people are going to be cringing at this one. I have used this guy on my no money spent team. He is not the best card at all, but when you look at the top 10 running backs, at the end, there's really no one else you could throw here. It was either him, Jim Brown, or Josh Jacobs, and I think Willis McGahee, he goes into most theme teams, like the Ravens is one of the biggest ones. He is just one speed faster than the other power back guys. That is why I have him here. The 92 trucking, 92 break tackle is higher than both Jim Brown and I think pretty sure tied with Josh Jacobs. That's why he's above, and he has a higher change of direction than them. That is the only reason why I have him here. But this one is not too exciting. Let's head into number 9. Let's get right off of this one. Melvin Gordon at number 9. I really think this is one of the most slept on cards in the game. He is expensive, so not a lot of people have tried him. But I have had the chance to try him, and I honestly had a lot of fun with this card. As you can see, his change of direction is higher than most cards in the game. I don't know if you can get him in the open field, if you have him powered up, if you have him with a sprinter on. He is just a really, really good card. Very slept on, like I said. The change of direction is good. The carrying, he does not fumble. I don't know. He's just number 9, basically. That's all I got to say. There's 8 more cards better than him, and there's not that many running backs in the game as you would think there would be. Let's head into number 8. It's crazy to think that we're actually going down to a 90 overall for number 8, but I have no clue. As you can see, his stats are not as good as the past players we've shown, but there is something about Bo Jackson in Madden where he just plays 10 times better than any other running back on the field. He gets the glitchy break tackles, although he's not even in the 90s with his break tackle. This is also the non-powered up edition, but the 91 speed at a base 90, he's always just broken. Like I said, you'd have to see him on the field to see what I'm talking about. Most of you guys already know how good Bo is in Madden and in past Maddens. That's why I have him here. This card was on my team for a long time when he first came out. But anyways, let's head on to number 7. Here I basically have a step above Bo Jackson, which is Herschel Walker. They both look similar on the field, both number 34, both with those bulky shoulder pads. He is basically the same card, just a little bit better because he has 2 overalls higher. It seems like it is literally what Bo Jackson will be in his next upgrade. That's why I think Herschel Walker is just barely above him sitting here. I don't know. I've used him. He has a really high excel. I've had a lot of big plays with him. He was also a very fun card to use. He dropped a lot of balls for me, though. I don't know if that was just something fluke. I know he has a low catching, but a lot of running backs do, but it was just him who dropped a lot for me. But besides that, he played basically like Bo Jackson, just a smidge better. But like saying that, this is probably going to be one of his final cards. Maybe he gets a card later in the year, but I know Bo Jackson will for sure get an upgrade. So that's why I would probably take Bo over. But if you're going for right now, you're taking the best card right now. Obviously, it's Herschel Walker. He's just that little smidge ahead of him. Anyways, let's head on to the next one. Number 6, I think this is one of the most slept on cards inside of the game. I have no clue how to explain it, but you can see here he is 5'10", but I swear the smaller running backs always play so much better because they can fit through those little holes. They don't get grabbed by the lineman when they're squeezing through those little A gap, the B gap on like a stretch run or even a dive. But as you can see here, the 92 excel, 92 agility, 91 speed, 92 change of direction. He has not the best truck, but that's not what he's known for. He has 89 break tackle. The carrying can hit 90 with the power up. Also, the one thing that is really good about him, 80 catching, so he is really good with backfield master. Although it does cost 2 AP instead of 1 because he is an elusive back, not a receiving back, he's still really good. Let me try to find his juke here. if I could find it. Juke move 92 also gets jukebox. Really, just a really slept on running back. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with this card. Just kind of got passed up. He kind of like, a lot of running backs got released right when he came out. That's why he was like in the middle of the mix. And I still think he is a top 5 running back in the game, although I have him at 6. You'll see why I have him at 6. Let's head right into 5 though. One of my most favorite cards in the game is coming here at number 5. It's Adrian Peterson. I am a Cardinals theme team myself. I run 25 Cardinals, so it's not the biggest boost ever, but he has been great for me. It says power back, but the man can juke like crazy as well. Let's go check out his juke move. He is sitting at a 90 juke move, literally equivalent to LaDainian Tomlinson, but then you add on the 92 trucking as well. The change of direction is not the best at 85. That is a stat that I love to have. Like I told you guys, I love that Melvin Gordon card because of the high change of direction, and he was like great with stop and goes. He gets swerved like crazy. But this card, it still seems, despite the low change of direction, he is still really good, especially on the theme team. This is one that can go in a lot of theme teams as well. The Saints, the Vikings, Lions, obviously the Cardinals. I might be mixing one, but he is just a great card to have. A lot of fun. He just brings back old memories when you're playing with him as well. But anyways, let's head into the top 4. Sitting at number 4 is actually one of the first cards released in the game out of all these running backs on this list. He is literally still very good. The only thing that sucks about him is obviously the power-up, but the thing that I would put ahead is obviously, I told you guys I love change of direction. His agility and excel are the only ones out of all running backs in the game that have over 90. I'm pretty sure he's the only one above 93, actually, and he's sitting at both 94 on that stat. Also, the carrying at 88 is not the best, but the break tackle, if you guys know how to play, if you guys know how to perform the stop and go, you also know this is easily the best card to do it with because of the change direction, because of the excel. He is literally broken. He is so small too, 5'8", but I think cards are starting to catch up to him. That is why I don't have him above the next 3 cards in the game. But I still think he is very OP. Honestly, I still think he is easily a top 3 to 4 running back in the game. I have him at 4 here, but I still think he can easily be switched around with any of these guys at the top 3. Let's head into our final 3 players on this list. Looking at the Saquon card at number 3, the only reason why he is not higher, as you can see, is the carrying. 87 carrying at a 92 overall is just, it just costs you sometimes. He is the second guy in the excel and agility I was talking about, sitting at 93, but his change direction is high, his speed is high, especially with sprinter, power up. He can be a card that can get up to like a 96 speed, even higher on a theme team. But the one thing I just can't stand about the card is that he fumbles like crazy. That is the only reason why he literally would be the best running back in the game, just because how Saquon plays. I swear EA loves Saquon like they love Bo Jackson. The only thing they cheated him with this year is the carrying. I feel like I can't juke when I have this card and I have to use conservative carry. That is the only reason that is holding him back, and most people wouldn't even put him in their top 5 because of that one stat alone. That is a big stat, can lose you a game off of an offensive shootout. That one fumble could literally lose it. But he does have good catching, so you could play him in the passing game. But the only negative is basically you have to be on conservative when you're going against a pretty good team that has a lot of heavy hitters. But anyways, let's hop into our top 2. The top 3 to 5, these guys all could be interchanged. This is how I play with them and how I love them. But let's get right into the top 2. Sitting at number 2 is actually a very controversial one, and it is Reggie Bush. As you can see here, he was released with a 91 speed, 92 excel, 91 agility. A very good card. I think he has the highest catching in the game as a running back, if I'm not mistaken. A high change of direction. He just is broken. The reason why I have him so high compared to the other cards is because of his archetype. He is a receiving back. He gets backfield master for only 1 AP. One of the most used abilities and probably a top tier ability inside of Madden. Easily, you probably see it almost every single game. The halfback, like the halfback angle, people call it the Texas route. Just so many things you could do with it. And he makes better cuts when you have backfield master. And when you can get it for only 1 AP, and he's the only high receiving back. The only one I can think of is the 89 Antonio Gibson, which does not stack up with his Reggie Bush yet. That is why Reggie Bush is still so high, because he is one of the only high receiving backs yet so far. And receiving backs are so good this year because of the man meta, because of all the pocket meta. Like, you could actually sit in the pocket this year. That is why he is just so good, and you could dump it down to your running back almost all the time when you have Reggie Bush on your team. I will always have this card on my team until a better receiving back comes out. You guys may call me crazy, but nobody else inside of Madden has played as good as for me as Raheem Mostert. Despite him having tied speeds with, I'm pretty sure Saquon has 92. There is a couple other cards. Herschel Walker has a 92. But I know Mostert just plays better than them. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like most people know what I am talking about. The change of direction is an 87. That is not what I like. But he still just plays, like, he just gets that burst of speed no other running back gets. Although he has a lower excel than Saquon. He has, like, it's just one of those cards you have to play with to get the full value with. As you can see, most people still have Mostert on their team. If not their number one running back, their number two. He also goes into probably and arguably the best theme teams, which he goes into Ravens and also 49ers. Those are two of the best in the game right now. He is just stacking up. Like, I don't know. I have so much love for this card. He has been one of my best players all year. So many 80-yard, 50-yard, 40-yard touchdowns with this card. I can run a trap up the middle, and before the safeties can even close on me, I'm already gone. It's just, he's just broken. I wish I could say the same about Saquon, but the thing is, like, Saquon still has a lower carrying than this Raheem Mostert, who is a 90 overall. That is the only thing that carries. I mean, obviously, he has an 89, so under 90, but you could power him up. You can get it higher with other chems as well. But he just plays different. I hope you guys agree with this. Like I said, the top 3 to 5 could be changed out. They're not locked in for me. I like Mostert at number 1 only because he has been my best player personally. Despite overall, I don't like to look at overall. I go off of how they play for me and if I'm winning games with that card in the game. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this. We're going to be doing probably wide receivers next or corners. We might switch it up with defense here soon. But I don't know. I've been liking this series a lot. I've been enjoying doing it. It's fun to me. It does a lot of research. You can sometimes spark an argument, which is like a friendly argument in the comments, like where you would move somebody. That is always fun to me. And also just feedback on this helps a lot. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.